You're watching Justice with Judge Mablean.
At the end of the day, you have to be responsible for acts that you encourage and you participate in that could cost someone's life. You're lucky that the man didn't die, because you could be facing a murder charge, criminal murder.
Again.
So that's what you got to have to understand, that you have to be responsible for that.
How can I prove that I was not aware of this?
You know what?
How,
Judgment for the plaintiff, $2,500. You figure out how you can prove it. Judgment for the plaintiff.
Judge Mablean has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant is ordered to pay $2,500.
What you did was wrong, and I hope people learn that hazing is never okay.
And I'm sorry I even made an exception. Clearly, you're not cut out for frat life.
This has been a production of Entertainment Studios.
They're the classic American family with a twist.
I raised a moron.
The Goldbergs, every weeknight.
Weeknight starting Monday on Sky 4.
Justice with Judge Mablean will be life, because in everything we do, it involves the law. You came to court to testify about what you heard, what you saw, and what you know.
She's fair.
I don't have a hearing problem. This ear works good. This one works even better.
She's firm.
I'm not responsible for their ticket, and I'm not going to pay for it.
Who says you're not going to pay for it? I make that decision, not you.
She's honest.
What you have to say?
All I have to
Nothing.
This is Justice with Judge Mablean. Keisha Vickers is suing her aunt, Lori Vickers, in the amount of $1,660. She says the defendant stole her identity and racked up a large bill that damaged her credit. Lori claims she had to make a hard choice in order to provide for her family.
In the matter of Keisha Vickers versus Lori Vickers, I understand you're suing Ms. Vickers. This is a niece and an auntie.
Yes.
I hope my niece is listening. You're suing Ms. Vickers for $1,660, and you said she stole your identity?
Yes.
And ran up some bills
Yes.
that now you're required to pay.
Yes.
All right, tell me what happened, Ms. Keisha Vickers.
Well, it all started when I was 3 years old. My mother passed away from breast cancer, and my aunt raised me since then.
I'm sorry about that.
Thank you. Ever since then, you know, I've took care of things at home, especially with my cousins, the twins, and
Your auntie has a set of twins.
yes, my auntie has a set of twins, and she has a son as well. So
All right, and so what are their ages?
16 and 6.
Okay. So you helped her around the house since you were living with her?
Yes, I did. I did all the cooking. I did all the chores.
You didn't do no cooking at 3?
No, later on I did,
Oh, okay.
but I took on the responsibilities as I got older, because I felt, grateful that she took me in, and I didn't have any other family at the time, so I watched after the twins and, the 6-year-old as well. I actually took part-time jobs so that I could help with the income and, look after the 6-year-old while my aunt would actually go to work at times when she had to work the night shift. So I watched over
very responsible young lady.
Yes.
Appreciative, too.
Yes.
Not a sense of entitlement, like some young people I know. Yes, go on. Just had to get that off my shoulder, just had to vent a little bit.
Well, I wanted to do everything that was because, I took care of all the responsibilities at home. And as I got older, I wanted to, better myself and go to school. So attending university. And at that time, I actually applied for, an apartment complex, paid $25 for the application fee, and I was excited because I was moving away and close to campus, and I didn't have to deal with the problems at home anymore, because I wanted to deal with my own life instead of raising 3 kids, also with my aunt.
Right.
And,
now you're an adult, you want to be on your own, you want to go to college, you finally get some freedom.
That's exactly what I wanted. And after that, I found out a week later that the manager basically told me that she can't rent to me. And I asked her why, and she said that, my credit's bad.
Bad credit. How old are you? 18, 19?
Yeah, I'm 18.
Just became an adult?
Yeah.
So how you have bad credit?
You know, that was the faintest clue for me when I asked. So I thought it was a mistake. So I talked to the manager, and she showed me that there was a delinquent bill of $600 on a cable bill and $540 for the electricity. And after that, I went home, and then I went to look at the bills, and I saw those two bills in my name, and they were delinquents on it. So when my aunt came home, I questioned her, and I asked her, I was wondering, like,
how do I have two bills in my name?
Yeah, why do I have two bills in my name? And, she was nonchalant about it. She just, and she brushed it off. I came back and I questioned her about it, and she still didn't tell me anything. No explanation. So here we are. I mean, like, the thing is like, why would she need to use my identity for it, my Social Security for it, to pay these two bills? And I'm 18, and I don't even have, I'm barely an adult, and I've already got bad credit. So in doing so, it's like I feel bad because I don't have that. And I can't even apply for any apartment complexes near the school or anywhere around it because my credit score is so low. And so right now I'm living with a friend, and I'm sharing rent with them, and that's until, I can fix this thing. So,
right.
And I went to a credit specialist.
And what did the credit specialist say?
He can fix it, but it's, $520, and I don't have the money for it. So
$520 to fix it?
Yeah.
Don't trust them. They can't fix it like that.
Well,
I'm gonna tell you how to fix it. Hold on, Miss Vickers. Lori, Miss Lori Vickers, you dropped your head, rolling your eyes. What you have to say?
Well, Your Honor, I am not from the United States. I'm from Haiti, Your Honor. Me and my sister came from Haiti very young, and our mother passed away. My dad is, God knows where he is. We came here a couple years later. My sister got pregnant with her, and me, I was pregnant with my set of twins, my two daughters. They're 16 now, but at the time, there was one when my sister passed away with a terrible breast cancer that we didn't know about. It was really harsh, Your Honor. We didn't have no family but for me to take care of her, So I took her in. It was fine by then because I had her to take care of, my twin, and I had two jobs, right? So along the years, I dropped out one. They fired me in one because I didn't have the time.
One of your jobs?
Yes, because I was late taking care of her and my twins.
Right.
They fired me in one. Thank God they didn't fire me in both, then I would be homeless. So when she got 14, she turned 14, there was nothing I could do. I couldn't find a job. The one that I had couldn't even buy us food. Understand, Your Honor? So I know it was not right to use her Social Security.
Oh, so you did use her Social Security number?
I did a couple times.
And for what, to get a cable bill?
Yes, because the kids wanted cable. There was nothing. It was home, school, and then sleep.
Kids don't know anything about cable.
Well, Your Honor, I was trying to do my best. I was
So you
young.
used it to get a cable bill, and then what was the other item?
Well, to get warm because it was too cold. It was in the winter. There was cold, crying at night. I had to do something, Your Honor.
So then you used it to turn on the gas?
Yes.
Okay,
So,
and why couldn't you turn on the gas in your name?
I got evicted from my first apartment. My credit was bad. There's nothing else I could have done, Your Honor.
You got evicted from your first apartment and left a gas bill owing there, probably.
Yes.
So you couldn't turn on the gas at your new apartment.
And you turn around and use mine.
I had to.
Coming up on Justice with Judge Mablean.
You had to deal with necessities. No matter how badly the children wanted it, you didn't need a cable bill.
Justice with Judge Mablean. You're watching Justice with Judge Mablean. We're back with the case of Keisha Vickers, who is suing Lori Vickers for theft and fraud.
Once you realized you had done that, and you have her credit, her name and Social Security number, why didn't you pay the bill?
I was about to, Your Honor, but when she came on to me and explained that to me...
No, but by now it's delinquent, and now it's delinquents. Why didn't you pay the bill monthly once you got them in her name?
I couldn't, because I was paying rent, I was paying her school, I got them in private school. I was trying to get a better life for them, because when I came here, I couldn't go to school, Your Honor. I was trying to get a better life for them, not only for my kids, for them free.
I'm paying for my own school.
No,
Oh,
I'm
you didn't pay for
paying-
your own. Okay, hold on, ladies. No. It's just a sad situation. It's just a sad situation all the way around. But I'm not going to let you stand here and argue with each other and start saying who paid for what and who did this and who did that, because you did what families do. She took you in as a young mother with children. Then you were appreciative and you did what you could to help her in that process. She had more than she could bear, more than she could handle. But you cannot use someone else's identity. And you can't use a child's social security number because of that. There were other ways to deal with that. There were
Do you see
things
what I'm
called
saying?
social services that perhaps you would have been eligible for. At least you should have applied for it. There were things called help with paying utility bills for low-income persons. You didn't need cable. You had to deal with necessities. No matter how badly the children wanted it, you didn't need a cable bill.
Coming up.
She was wrong in a sense where she couldn't even tell me why she
you
did
was
it.
cursing. You was yelling and cursing.
Justice with Judge Mablean. You're watching Justice with Judge Mablean. We're back with the case of Keisha Vickers, who is suing Lori Vickers for theft and fraud.
You find other things for them to do. You can go to the library and get them a book free to read. You all just rely on TV to be your babysitter, and regular TV has shows. You can live without cable. I know you don't believe it, just like people don't believe kids can live without cell phones. They can live without cell phones. They're not going to die. I never read one time where if you didn't have cable, you starved to death. You died. Not one incident. Or if you didn't have a cell phone, you went to the hospital. No, necessities is what you pay for when your money is funny. But regardless, it's illegal. It's criminal to use someone else's identification, even if it is your niece that you're raising or your child that you've given birth to. You can't do that. Those numbers are given to us for a reason. And as you can see, it follows you. And now her credit's bad and she just became an adult. So the court's going to issue an order indicating that your identity was stolen by your aunt and that those bills were not incurred by you. You will then have to contact all of the credit reporting agencies, the major three, and send them that statement to them. And with that statement, you should be able to get those things off your record with an order and a judgment from the court indicating that you did not do that, that you were a minor child at the time this was done, and someone else did it. And then I'm going to order you to pay the bills. And when I send the notice to the credit reporting companies, I'm going to indicate who the person is,
Well, Your Honor,
that they should get the money from.
She was included in the bills, Your Honor. I was going to pay.
4
But
years later?
I can't have my own niece that's becoming my daughter now come to me with disrespect. You could have come to me and say, Auntie, why those bills on me? Why am I paying those bills? She come on to me calling me names, say I'm an unfit auntie, unfit mother, like I would never be her mother.
You are an
That's
unfit
hurtful.
auntie.
That's hurtful, Your Honor.
No, it's not horrible.
Stop.
It is.
That's not nice. That's not what she is. She did something wrong. She made a mistake.
She took the easy way out.
Get in her shoes. Sometimes we can point fingers at people when we're not faced with it. You don't know what you would do if faced with the same situation. Now you know because you know better. But you don't know what she was going through. You weren't in her shoes then. Hindsight is what we're all going through. You weren't in her shoes. And sometimes as parents, as aunties, as adults, we make mistakes to try to do what we can for our children. We make mistakes. We're not perfect. We do wrong things.
I felt betrayed from her because I looked to her as a mother figure the whole entire time.
And mothers do the same thing. That's what she was doing, being a mother, trying to provide for you as a mother. She made a mistake. You can't scold her. You can't get mad at her. You can't cuss her out. You can't disrespect her. That is not the way it's done.
I'm not trying to do that, Your Honor. I'm just telling her is that when I came to her, she didn't even give me an explanation.
Well, she was wrong too.
She was wrong in a sense where she couldn't even tell me why she did it.
You was cursing. You was yelling and cursing.
You didn't even tell me when I asked you.
Stop.
Coming up.
And I want things to be better for us. And since this whole thing, I haven't even really been around home.
You're watching Justice with Judge Mablean. We're back with the case of Keisha Vickers, who is suing Lori Vickers for theft and fraud.
Both of you, I've already indicated, she was wrong, you were wrong. Two wrongs don't make a right, two wrongs don't solve the problem. I've just given you a solution to the problem. Those are her bills. She's going to have to pay them eventually. I'm going to give you an order from the court that can go to all of the credit reporting bureaus. It will clean up your credit. That's the problem here, that your credit is not cleaned up. Your credit is bad. You won't pay $520 to do it. That's what the issue is. Stay focused on the issue. She made a mistake. She did it. Yes, she did it. She admits that she did it. No, she didn't tell you that she did. But your yelling and cussing and calling her out of her name is not the way to get an answer either. It was clear what had been done. You were angry. You don't do that. You don't bite the hand that feeds you. This hand right here may have to feed you again. Just because you're in college now. You never know. And as I said before, when you start your family and have your children, and when if and when you follow hard times and don't know what to do, you don't know what road you may take. Standing here now, you don't think that you would do anything foolish, but who knows? Who knows? None of us know what road we'll take. So don't do that. You've been grateful before. You said, did what you could to help her. Continue with that same spirit of gratitude. Now, all of you, what you can do is apologize to each other. You can apologize to her for having done that. You can apologize to her for cussing her out. Let's do it right now. Start with you, Auntie.
Well, Shasha, I know I was wrong by using your identity. I know I was wrong. I'm sorry about it. I will pay everything. You're a daughter to me, You're a daughter to me, and it hurt when you cursing me out. My sister is not even here. You reminded me of her so much. You sitting in front of me, cursing me out, having you for that long, it hurts, I'm sorry. Thank you.
What did you have to say? She's your mother. For all intents and purposes, the only one you have. Right or wrong? Come on with it.
I'm sorry for saying all the things I said. I wish that it could have been better, and we wouldn't have to come here to this. I'm sorry. And I do look at you as a mother, and I want things to be better for us. And since this whole thing, I haven't even really been around home.
Judge Mablean's verdict when Justice with Judge Mablean returns. You're watching Justice with Judge Mablean.
All right, let's hug. And give me a little bit of that. Shut up.
It's gonna be okay. Okay? Life throws us some curves sometimes, but we can get out of it. Okay? If we just stay together, continue to love each other, to support each other, and to be there for each other. Because that's all we have. That's all you have is each other. Bottom line. No matter how many degrees you get, no matter how much money you make, you can't take away the love that this world has for you. That's all you have.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, God, I miss my mommy.
Thank you for everything. I love you, and you're like my mom.
It's okay, baby. I'm gonna do everything I can to clear this mother up. I love you too.
This has been a production of Entertainment Studios.